This installment we have Mr. Aaron Lacombe.
Hi.
And as tradition goes, I'll let my guest go first if you want to kick this off for us. So.
Okay. I hate to buck tradition. That doesn't sound right. Try it anyway. Every morning starts the same around here. I get up before the sun appears and start the coffee maker up, pour some in my favorite cup and drink it as I'm headed out the door. The cupboard's full of mugs that work just fine. They're all clean and ready, but they just ain't mine. Fading logo all but gone, the handle barely holding on. Place I got it ain't around no more. People keep their things all brand new and flawless, but I've never been that cautious anyway. If it works, it's good enough for me, and I'm bound to let it be for today. Perfect never lasts, as long as you were hoping all my favorite things are a little bit broken. My old truck has seen its better days. It gets 8 miles to the gallon on the highway. The horn stopped working years ago and the AC won't blow cold. It burns about a quart of oil a week. And all my friends are driving brand new rigs with heated leather seats and all those fancy things. Mine is like a trusted friend, I couldn't bear to trade her in. She always gets me where I need to be. People keep their things all brand new and flawless, but I've never been that cautious anyway. If it works, it's good enough for me. I'm bound to let it be for today. So perfect never lasts, as long as you were hoping all my favorite things are a little bit broken. Pick your friends, but not your family. None of mine are perfect, but they're all right by me. Cause perfect people always seem to suck, if you know what I mean. They're always going on about themselves. I'd rather spend my time with real folks who drink a bit too much and tell dirty jokes, who made mistakes and live to tell, been in fights and gone through hell, and aren't afraid to ask a friend for help. People keep themselves all brand new and flawless, but I've never been to be. As long as you were hoping all my favorite people are a little bit broken, a little bit broken. Oh, thank you very much.
I feel like a rude host. You drove all the way through the rain and you got here and we haven't even got a beverage or anything, so I won't be offended if you want to walk off while I'm playing. And
all right.
And
we'll start with a bad song so I don't miss anything.
Okay.
And then
What's a bad song, John? That's the nicest thing you ever said to me. Oh. Got the plum on blue. Down to wine, Jack Daniels down to homemade shine. Oh Lord, I got holes in my shoes, I can't afford my camels. Got the palm on blue, I got the palm on blues. I got the palm on blues, I got the palm on blues, I got the palm on blues. Well, I had me a job to make a little dough, then it started to feel like a 6-foot hole. I could already hear the grave digger chunking in the clay. Now you gotta do something that your heart desires. You won't ever quit, you won't retire, and you'll be smiling ear to ear when the grave digger chunking in the clay. The people ask me how I live on crumbs. I know it seems crazy, but it sure is fun. 'Cause I love what I do and I do what I love every day. And I'm smiling ear to ear when the grave digger chunking in the clay. I went from champagne to $3 wine, Jack Daniels down to homemade shine. Oh Lord, I got holes in my shoes, I can't afford my camel. Got the palm on blue, I got the palm on blues. I got the palm on blues, I got the palm on blues, I got the palm on blues. I got the palm on blues, I got the palm on blues, I got the palm on blues, I got the palm on blue. Yeehaw. Yeehaw. Hey.
I might have told you this before, but that song always reminds me of my granny because, A, she smoked Pall Malls, but also my bed in my house had a pocket door right next to it, and either my mom or my granny shoved a carton of Pall Malls up there to keep it from rattling when the wind blew.
Oh, wow.
At night. So I looked at that Pall Mall logo for the first, 14, 15 years of my life.
I never knew the case had another use, but that's pretty cool.
Yep.
I played that somewhere at a winery, and this lady is in the back, and she held up a pack. She said, "What the hell is wrong with Pall Mall?" I was like, "Absolutely nothing. It's just a
It's just a song, lady. It's funny how people think if you say something in a song, it's exactly how you feel for the rest of your life. This is a song about getting old. The broken road will take its toll the longer you drive down it. But I ain't leaving this broken road I only just now found it. There's folks out there without a scratch, just as shiny as they could be. If you're interested, I come as is. I got some city miles on me. Yeah, I don't mind the highway kind, long and straight and wide. The country folks with their country roads will take you on the nicest ride. But where I'm from got potholes, son, just as far as the eye can see. If you're wondering how I got this way, I got some city miles on me. Broken road sure left its mark on me. Lots of stops and lots of starts, broken bones and broken hearts, and all my parts are out of warranty. Joints creaking, oil leaking, and I ain't hard to catch. But get me in the sunshine, I still look alright, I guess. I've got my share of dents and rust in places that you can't see. I'll get you where you're going, but I got some city miles on me. I'll get you where you're going, but I got some city miles on me. Thank you, sir.
Well, you picked up that chorus pretty quick, John.
Sometimes.
I gotta be careful what I play. I don't want to play something that Jack and Eve is going to request. When I know certain folks are coming, I'm like, better wait.
You can do it twice. I won't tell nobody.
I think old Kevin might come up here from Liberty Tree, too, if I'm not mistaken.
Man, I don't remember having a better old-fashioned than that.
Good, huh?
It's pretty dang good. Well, it's dang good.
Before we leave, we'll go in here and take a picture in front of the still, and you can see where that spirit was made.
Right on.
And I'm sure I said it in the pitch. I think I wrote him an essay trying to convince him to come out here. And but anyway, I'm pretty sure I mentioned they are seed to sip, right? I told you that, yeah.
You sure did.
I've always thought that was pretty impressive. See, I say nice things about you, John. I mean, behind your back, I say nice things. Let's see, I'll do a sad one here on this rainy day. It's not really too sad. It's actually kind of gives you hope. That's what I wrote it for, to give somebody hope. If I don't make the coffee in the morning, just hit the button there on the side. I always knew this day was coming. That's why I prime the coffee pot each night. You can cry for the ones that never found a love so real and true. You can cry for our kids and grandkids' broken hearts, but don't you shed a tear for me and you. I know you don't leave our little house, but the kids want you closer to them. And you can name the squirrels in the next town, Myra Joe, wherever you go, you know I'm always your friend. So you can cry for the ones that never found love so real and true. You can cry for our kids and grandkids' broken hearts, but don't you shed a tear for me and you. You'll have to do some things now on your own. Won't do you any good to hear me talk, so don't listen to the voicemail on the phone. One day the man upstairs is gonna give you a call, and we will cry for the ones that never found love so real and true. We will cry for our kids and grandkids' broken hearts, but we won't shed a tear for me and you. And we will cry for the ones that never found love so real and true. We will cry for our kids and grandkids' broken hearts, but we won't shed a tear for me and you. And we won't shed a tear for me and you. Not really an ass-grabbing song, but it worked, you know. Yeah, but he's always looking at me when he does it. That's the weird part.
There was a near miss. I saw a grazing, if you will. It's one of the perks. You gotta take advantage when you can. All right, sad but hopeful. Trying to match your vibe here. There's no question I'd be better off without it. I'd live longer, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But when the world's a bit too much and I'm taking punch after punch, I'll pour a strong one. They give you every reason in the world to quit it. If I was smarter, I already would have did it. But it's been 15-hour days the last 3 weeks, and tomorrow's another long one. We're all doing what we can to make it, but life's a thing you learn to bend, or you'll break it. And you find the moments of relief in the little things you do. We don't talk about our sin, but we live with it, and hope if someone's watching over that they'll forgive it, 'cause we all need a little something to get us through. Now I've got friends that swear that weed is the answer. I don't know, but when my best friend got his cancer, It was the only thing that made him feel like eating, and we got to keep him a little longer. And even if it's not the cure for all that ails you, I'm for anything that helps when this life fails you. Anything that helps you rest your mind and face tomorrow a little stronger. So don't let no one make you feel bad for anything you do. It isn't hurting anyone, it helps you make it through. 'Cause nobody's perfect, and if anybody tells you they are, they're just hiding a scar. We all are. I see a smoker on a winter sidewalk smoking. He knows it's bad for him, but I bet he's hoping that a minute's worth of peace and some fresh air on the street will ease his trouble. Trouble's lurking in this world at every turn, and it's a shame that some of us will never learn that you can't judge a man by looking, 'cause you don't know his struggle. We're all doing what we can to make it. Life's a thing you learn to bend, you'll break it, and you find the moments of relief in the little things you do. And we don't talk about our sin, but we live with it, and hope if someone's watching over that they'll forgive it, 'cause we all need a little something to get us through. Thank you very much.
I love the line about the fella smoking a cigarette on the street, because you see those folks and you're like, you can tell they're going through it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and if that's all they got, you know, to have a little break from everything, you know, it's like, why stop them, you know?
Exactly. What's that dog's name?
Pig.
Pig? All right. Makes sense. Do you have a pig named Dog? No. All right. I got you.
Jack and Eva, how y'all doing? Long time no see. Have I seen y'all 3 nights in a row so far this week? That might be. Tuesday. Poor Eva. I know. Our buddy Jake Whalen did a live recording at Liberty Tree Tavern Wednesday night, and then I did the Wednesdays Writers, or whatever we call it there. Yeah, Songwriter Wednesdays there yesterday, and now they're here supporting us this evening.
Well, right on. Sir, does anybody ever tell you you look like Walt Wilkins? Has it happened once or twice? Well, you dang sure do.
I was going to say, I confuse Walt Wilkins with Jack, so.
All right, well, I guess it just depends on which one of y'all was born first. You might have a couple on him, but not many. So yeah, he looks like you then.
Let's see here. I guess I could have been tuning while we were doing all that talking.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at that. I can't multitask. John, when you get a chance, can I get my guitar down in the monitor just a hair? I think I've got 2 monitors on me versus Aaron's one, so. Down just a little more. I know when I start strumming, it's going to be loud. More. Are you doing my guitar? Okay. Maybe it's just because I'm sitting over here on the end and I'm hearing that main. Okay. I'll quit being a drama queen and just sing the song, I guess. Man showed up in a time machine, said, boy, won't you get on in? Said, where you headed, mister? He said, not where, sunny but wet. Without any judgment, I just walked on up inside. The door closed and when it opened again, Lord, I couldn't believe my eyes. California, 1965. I'm an old deadhead man, I gotta see Mr. Jerry alive. You can call me a hippie, you can call me whatever you like. I'll be a deadhead man to the day that I die. Whoa, whoa. Cruising through the desert, looking for the mournful lights. Yonder come a little green man, he's falling out of the sky. Said he got the answer, said he holds the key. Well, if you're so damn smart, man, why the hell would you ever leave? California, 1965. I'm no deadhead man, I got to see Mr. Jerry alive. You can call me a hippie, you can call me whatever you like. I'll be a deadhead man to the day that I die. Whoa, whoa. Click your heel. All you gotta do is feel at home, home, whoa, home. And you'll be home, home, whoa. California, 1965. Deadhead man, I gotta see Mr. Jerry alive. You can call us hippies, you can call us whatever you like. We gonna be deadhead man to the day that we die. Whoa, whoa. Showed up in a time machine, said, boy, won't you get on in? There you go. Well, thank y'all for bearing the weather and, you know, not getting tired of listening to me, because you've heard the same songs, you know, a couple nights in a row. But you haven't heard Aaron over here, I don't believe, so he is a treat to have all the way out here. So thank you again for coming.
You're welcome, but manage your expectations. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. I appreciate that. Oh, that's a lot of pressure. So this song is off the last record, and it's I wrote it kind of during the pandemic about just how fortunate I felt to have somebody with me that was able to kind of, my business and her business both sort of folded up when COVID came around, and we had to make some changes and push some stuff back. But we did it, and I was just feeling grateful one day, and I wrote a song about it. She closes her eyes. She sees a house along the Guadalupe River with 2 chairs in the grass out by the fire. And when I close my eyes, I'm sitting right there with her. Family gathered around, it's supper time, at a table long enough to feed an army. Sundays with the grandkids to ourselves. We ain't ever gonna give 'em back now, are we? Our dreams may be far-fetched or farther down the road than we'd like them to be. But what good is a dream that's right in front of us to see? Says, honey, I know better than to think that anything in this whole world's a guarantee. I just need for you to dream along with me. Now there's been days lately the things we want grew farther in the distance. In fact, it seems like most of the last year that anything we tried met up with some resistance. Work is only getting harder. We might only have the strength to say goodnight. But I'll be at that house along the river, by your side in my sleep till morning light. As our dreams may be far-fetched or farther down the road than we'd like them to be. But what good is a dream that's right in front of us to see? She says, honey, I know better than to think that anything in this whole world's a guarantee. I just need for you to dream along with me. And every bump along the road to wherever we may go will make the getting there the sweeter in the end. If all our hopes and all our plans slip like water through our hands, we'll pick it up and put the whole thing back together again. As our dreams may be far-fetched or farther down the road than we'd like them to be. But what good is a dream that's right in front of us to see? Says, honey, I know better than to think that anything in this whole world's a guarantee. I just need for you to dream along with me. I just need for you to dream along with me. Yeah. Thank you.
Howdy, neighbors. I thought I recognized you. Let's smoke my first bowl on that old river bridge. Had me a bottle of Sailor Jerry and I took a little swig. Then I rode on down the Hillsig Road where I met the golden man. I jumped down a swamp, stole my soul, said you ain't getting back again. On the Hillsig Road, on the Hillsig Road, I lost my soul on the Hillsig Road. Well, I looked up and down the road, gonna get my soul back, but I couldn't find the golden man, nor could I see his tracks. Then I heard the saddest song, western down the road. It was the golden man that stole my soul. Said if you want your soul back, you're gonna have to pay the price. Said I ain't got no money, sir, but I damn sure roll the dice on the Hillsig Road. On the Hillsig Road, I lost my soul on the Hillsig Road. Well, I came down from a mile high, I guess it's all a dream, with a Panola County sheriff putting handcuffs on me. He took me back to that county jail, to the bars. What did I see? That old greasy stinky gold mantle in the key. He said, come on, boy, you owe me so, and you still gotta pay the price. Said I ain't got no money, sir, but I damn sure roll the dice on the Hillsig Road. Hillsig Road, I lost my soul on the Hillsig Road. Oh, thank you.
That reminds me, I meant to tell you how jealous I am of your ability to whistle into a microphone. I can whistle okay, but the minute I try to do it into a microphone.
The key is to do. I do it on the side. Someone, I don't remember who taught me that, but they said always whistle to the side and it'll pick it up. Because if you do it in the center, you're going to get all that air.
Well, I get that, but that's not my problem. I just fail to be able to whistle when there's a microphone. You know? Well, I'm going to do you a happy song so that I can set you up for a sad song later. This is a song about laundry that I wrote after a couple weeks in the van with my dog. I came home and I washed the sheets and blankets that were in there, and I must have just been feeling cheap about the electric bill because I hung them on the line for the first time in my life. And the next time I slept on them, they smelled so damn good, I woke up and wrote a song about laundry. I was walking home from church on Sunday, and something sent me reeling back in time. It wasn't what I heard or seen, but something smelled so fresh and clean. It was someone hanging laundry on the line. Now that got me thinking back when I was younger. I don't know how my mother found the time. She always kept us clothed and fed, and Saturday she'd make the beds with sheets and blankets hanging on the line. Laundry that's been hanging on the line. There ain't nothing in the world that smells as fine. That machine's alright, it's understood, but nothing makes you feel so good as laundry that's been hanging on the line. Even in the winter here in Texas, the sunny day ain't all that hard to find. So if it's not a rainy mess, my girl puts on a pretty dress and hangs all of our laundry on the line. The laundry that's been hanging on the line. There ain't nothing in the world that smells as fine I know we don't all have the space, but the world would be a better place if we all hung our laundry on the line. Now you know me, I'm not the kind that's always telling others what to do. It's only a suggestion, a minor predilection. Don't do it for me, do it for you. I got a friend who lives in New York City. He calls me on the phone from time to time. He says no one's got a yard up there and people steal your underwear, so he don't hang his laundry on the line. Laundry that's been hanging on the line. There ain't nothing in the world that smells as fine. Some people stop to smell the roses, but for my particular nose, it's laundry that's been hanging on the line. I always hang my laundry on the line. Why don't you hang your laundry on the line? Yeehaw, baby.
Aaron's being very modest and not telling y'all this story, but that song actually went pretty viral on YouTube. There was a video of, I believe it was in Italy, right?
It was in Rome, Italy, yep.
Rome, Italy, and they were, was it a two-stepping or line dance? I believe
it was line dancing. It was the world record number of people line dancing to the same song.
And it was his song, so.
And it was that song.
Pretty cool stuff.
That stupid little song.
So earlier when you were playing, I always try to I'm terrible at taking selfies, and I've got an old dinosaur phone, so really but anyway, I was trying to get a good one, and apparently my wife is watching from home. And I just saw the text, and it said, "Stop taking selfies." So I just want to say, if you're still watching, get your butt off the couch and come here and watch the show.
There you go.
It could be the operator.
The subject.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not very nice. Aaron was in there.
I know what I look like, man.
Well, let's see here. Wait, did you say that was going to be a sad song?
No, I said I was setting you up for.
Oh, okay. I was like, that was not a sad song. I'll do a sad song here, though. I'm getting stoned on my granddaddy's porch. Now that it's long gone, I can't hear his stories anymore. Well, he faded away like the tattoos on his skin. I better be changing my ways if I want to see him again. Have mercy, Lord, would you let me in? Have mercy, Lord, I miss my friend. Oh, when I can hear him say, every night I'm playing somewhere new, don't you cry, I'll be looking down on you. Yeah, don't you cry, son, I'll be watching you. And I got the best seat in the house with a bird's eye view. My favorite stage to play on is right there by his chair. And he would say, hey son, think you got a good one there? Well, Lord, you got a good one there. Sometimes, Lord, it don't seem fair. Woman, I can hear him saying, every night I'm playing somewhere new. Don't you cry, I'll be looking down on you. Yeah, don't you cry, son, I'll be watching you. And I got the best seat in the house with a bird's eye view. You got the best seat in the house with a bird's eye view. Oh, appreciate it.
Very nice.
Oh, bird's eye view. Thank you.
This one on the new record, it's called The Girl I Got at Home.
Where'd you do the new record?
At the house.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I decided to go back to basics for this one. I did. There's not a single electronic instrument on it. There's upright bass and mandolin and dobro. And
Did Steve come down and play, or did you have another?
Steve turned in some
cat?
parts from remote.
Oh, perfect.
And then I actually have 4 bass players on it.
Oh, wow.
And a bunch of cool. I just would email people like on Instagram. I'd get a couple drinks in me and message like Lyle Lovett's fiddle player. And he'd be like, yeah, I'll do a couple songs. And do you know who Trey Hensley is?
Rings a bell.
He's a guitar player. He's like, look him up when you get a minute. He's a wicked guitar player.
Okay. Local cat or?
No, he played with Johnny Cash when he was 14.
Oh, wow.
And he just put out a song with Steve Martin. He's like the real deal picker.
Nice.
Nashville guy. So I would just like text these people, like people that I thought never in the world would play with me, and they'd be like, okay. And I mean, sometimes it was like $200-300 for a track, but
yeah,
hell,
worth it.
Yeah.
Nice.
But this is on the new one. There's a pretty girl drinking champagne at the end of the bar. And a guy that tied one on at noon is trying too hard. Me, I'm down the other end, drinking beer and watching them. It's a Tuesday afternoon somewhere in Tennessee. And I've been on the road this time about 2 weeks. The sign says $3 whiskey sours. It's happy hour. And that old boy starts getting louder, screaming he won't leave this bar without her. And she said, touch me one more time, I'll kill you. I don't doubt her. But she got up and sat herself right next to me and ordered us another round. Said, come see me at the place I work tonight, a strip bar just outside of town. And I said, I'm tired of going to bed alone, but you've got nothing on the girl I got at home. take a laugh at on the road is a fool's endeavor. And you can't expect a girl back home to wait forever. I might not be there all the time, but we're doing fine. But the road ain't like it was back in the 70s. We just learned to make the most of my time at home. And all the towns that come and go through the windshield beside the rear window, and I leave nothing but a song. And all the faces that I see, they fade away into memory, except for one, the one to which I belong. I've been gone too long. And I know somehow that you'll never make me choose between the road and her. But when the time comes to put away my boots, I like to think I'll know it first. And I'll say I'm tired of going to bed alone. The road's got nothing on the girl I got at home. Yeah. Thank you.
Do one I wrote for my wife here. It's called Grocery Bill. Would you want to split the grocery bill with me? Live in a tin can out in the hill country. I'll make the music, honey, you will paint the scene. Or would you want to split the grocery bill with me? I talked to God and he said it'd be alright. I ain't living in sin when the cost of living's high. I'll pay the dues, I'll live on you until the sand of my hourglass is gone and I lose grip of your hand. So would you want to split the grocery bill with me? Live in a tin can out in the hill country. I'll make the music, honey, if you will paint the scene. Or would you want to split the grocery bill with me? When you're not here and I'm not over there, I daydream of your presence, wonder the length that I could bear. Broke the rules, we made a fool out of ordinary life. I'll save the Sunday paper when it reads you are my wife. So would you want to split the grocery bill with me? Live in a tin can out in the hill country. I'll make the music, honey, if you will paint the scene. Or would you want to split the grocery bill with me? I hear a sound, it's forevermore sweet. Child with my Father's name running in bare feet. There'll be tests, we'll do our best, and everything in between. If you help me to a stance, my dear, I'll give you a place to lean. If you help me to a stance, my dear, I'll give you a place to lean. So would you want to split the grocery bill with me? Live in a tin can out in the hill country. I'll make the music, honey, if you will paint the scene. Or would you want to split the grocery bill with me? How would you want to split the grocery bill with me? Y'all are waiting on me to say something else today, and I could tell. I know. Sometimes I forget about it, and I just... Yeah. Oh, hey. Hey, that's an inside joke. That's good. That was clever. I normally say Gonjaville at the end. You normally say what? Gonjaville at the end.
Ah, I got you. I was feeling a little lost there for a minute, but now I get it. So this song is, I wrote it about, normally when I'm the oldest person in the room when I'm doing one of these shows. It may not be the case tonight. But normally I tell people that, you know, back before Spotify and listening to albums single by single, we used to actually put a record on and it inclined you to listen to the whole thing, the whole picture that the artist was trying to create. And, you know, it gave the artist a minute to sort of, you didn't have to do everything in 3 minutes. You got an hour to tell the story, and there was sometimes you'd hear one and it would just change your life, like there'd be before you heard Dark Side of the Moon and after you heard Dark Side of the Moon. It would be like a mile marker in your life. And I'm sad that that doesn't happen anymore, but this is about a few times it happened to me. In a Mustang fastback at 8 years old, smell of hot leather seats and cigarette smoke. Mom was singing along to the radio. She knew all the words like they were her own. And she looked over at the passenger seat. Without even thinking, I was tapping my feet. We made it home before the song played through. So we circled the block another time or two. And once inside, she put that record on. And I closed my eyes and listened as she sang along. And I thought, I don't know why and I don't know how, but everything is different now. Ten years later, I was on my own. My parents had paid for a full class load. But I figured out if I dropped a class, they'd give me the refund back in cash. And so the second semester, I dropped them all and hit the record store at the Wonderland Mall. I was elbow deep in the bargain bin when I first heard Tom Petty's greatest hits. And guitar in hand, I memorized every song. And after a while, I could play and I could sing them all. And I thought, I don't know why and I don't know how, but everything is different now. And my memory's not the greatest, only pieces still remain. but I damn sure know right where I was when I first heard Purple Rain. A few years back, I met a girl with long brown hair and a dog named Merle. I asked her if she wanted to dance, and she smiled at me and took my hand. And we danced away the night frozen in time, while the band played every song from Mama Tried. And I thought, I don't know why and I don't know how, but everything is different now. I said, I don't know why and I don't know how, but everything is different now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know, I feel like that still happens.
I hope so.
Maybe not as much, but my wife and I just got a Sierra Farrell record not too long ago, and that really inspired me. Which I know that's more about just inspiring somebody, but it did kind of change me a little bit.
For sure. I remember the last time it happened to me was that Jason Isbell Southeastern record.
Yes. That one came out around the same time that the Brent Cobb. I don't know if you listen to Brent Cobb, but they both recorded at Dave Cobb's studio.
Yep.
In fact, it's Brent's third or fourth cousin somehow. But anyway, both those records, when they came out, I was like, wow, music is good again. You know.
Right on. Yeah, every once in a while you get somebody that gets through all the.
And I still buy vinyl. I love, and not just to be a hipster or whatever, but I thoroughly enjoy. I do get lazy from time to time if I'm busy cooking or something, and I don't have time to flip records. I'll throw the Spotify on, but for the most part, I like to put on a record. And my routine every Monday is I do laundry, and there's the only bank around here for me is in Georgetown.
Oh, yeah.
So Monday I take gig money and stuff down there, and then I go to the laundromat. But on the way, I stop at a Goodwill. And every Monday I stop at that Goodwill because every week is something different there. People bring in different collections of records, and
that's cool.
Sometimes it's nothing good, but every now and then you get a prize.
Yeah, man, that's cool.
It's exciting to get back home and put it on.
For sure.
Well, let's see. I was talking so much I forgot what I was going to play here. I do one I wrote from my old man. It's going to be the title track of the next record. It's called Pier and Beam. And if you know anything about building a house, you know what pier and beam is, but somebody thought I was talking about Jim Beam, but... There's a board and batten house sitting on pier and beam that you built with your two hands like a real pioneer man for my wife and me. And on our wedding night I carried her up the stair. As we looked inside, even troubled eyes could see just how much you care. Well, I never said it to you, and you never said it to me, but that four little words on every nailing board sitting on pier and me. I went to see you for the last time. You were talking about regret. Said you seen it all, you done it all, but there's something that you wish you said, well, Father, I turned out just as rough and tough as you. So I won't say a thing as long as you know that I do too. Well, I never said it to you, and you never said it to me, but that four-letter words on every nailing board sitting on here and you said the Appaloosa's by when the dogwood starts to bloom. So I'll take your grandkids fishing and tell them all about you. Well, I never said it to you, and you never said it to me, but that four-letter words on every nailing board sitting on pier and beam here. I never said it to you, and you never said it to me, but that four-letter words on every nailing board sitting on pier and there's a board and batting house sitting on pier and beam that you built with your two hands like a real pioneer man for my wife and me.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate it.
So I drive around in that big old van out there, and
I thought that was the Amazon man coming, but
no, the Amazon man wasn't dumb enough to buy the diesel, which is, as it turns out, a giant turd of a vehicle. But it's a whole other subject. But I get bored sometimes out there, and you can only listen to so much podcasts and Spotify and all that. So I bought a CB radio for it. I figured I'd, just listen and every once in a while chime in. But I was up in northern New Mexico, and there's this guy on the CB talking, and everything he said concluded with the phrase, when I get some money coming in, as in, like I'm going to get a new antenna when I get some money coming in, or I'm going to get some new jeans or something. He must have said it 30, 40 times before I finally pulled over and wrote a song called Money Coming In. Because it seemed like we all know this guy, like he's going to get his life together just any second now, So here it goes. When I get some money coming in, I'm gonna make it all right. I'm gonna pay you that money I've owed you since you bailed me out that one time. When I get my taxes back next month, that'll carry me through. Oh, I might spend a little bit on me, maybe get a new pair of boots. When I get some money coming in, I bet you'll laugh when you hear it now. I know I've said it a time or two before, but this time I got it all figured out. I'm gonna start getting up real early. I'm going to work every day. When I get some money coming in, you're gonna see me in a different way. When I get some money coming in, I'm gonna buy you that ring. You'll be the queen of my world, no, you won't want for anything. I'm gonna insure the Malibu. I'm get the payments up to date, so we can drive into town without the worry of it getting towed away. When I get some money coming in, I bet you'll laugh when you hear it now. I know I've said it a time or two before, but this time I got it all figured out. I'm gonna start getting up real early. I'm gonna work every day. When I get some money coming in, you're gonna see me in a different way. The deck's been stacked against me as long as I've been around. I just keep telling myself they can't keep a good man down. Well, I got some money coming in. I guess you heard I won the lottery. No, not the Powerball or anything. One of them scratch-offs you rub with a key. You know, they got them for 50 grand now. I didn't win quite that much. By the time Uncle Sam takes his cut, I'm gonna be about flush. Well, I got some money coming in. I bet you'll laugh when you hear it now. I know I've said it a time or two before, but this time I got it all figured out. No need to start getting up real early. We're gonna work every day. Well, I got some money coming in. I bet you see me in a different way. Well, I had some money come in, but ain't it funny how it all slips away?
Aaron Lacombe, y'all.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks again for everybody that's braving the weather and coming out here, and also thanks to everybody listening on the interweb. We're going to take a short little break, but we'll be right back with you, so don't go anywhere. Thank you.
All right. Man, this little monitor sounds good as hell. Yeah.
That we die, whoa, whoa, cruising through the desert, looking for the mournful lights. Gonna come a little grain man, he is falling out of the sky. Said he got the answer, said he holds the key. If you so damn smart, man, why the hell would you ever leave? California, 1965. I'm an old deadhead man, I got to see Miss Jerry alive. You can call me a hippie, you can call me whatever you like. I'll be a deadhead man to the day that I die. Whoa, whoa. You don't have to click your heels. All you gotta do is be at home, whoa. You'll be home, whoa. California, 1965. Yeah, I'm an old deadhead man, I got to see Miss Jerry alive. You can call us hippies, you can call us whatever you like. We gon' be deadhead man to the day that we die. Whoa, whoa. Till the day we die, yeah. Man showed up in a time machine, said, boy, won't you get on Oh, appreciate it, Joe. I think the internet world just logged on, so for y'all, this is Mr. Matt Daniels. If you didn't hear before.
Well, thank you for having me. Wish I could say I love you like we used to on the phone. When I put it down, I wouldn't feel so damn alone. If I could find the words, take away the hurt of being apart. My heart only knew how to find a place to walk the line. Meet you in a moment, soak up the seconds of our time. No second thoughts, no change. It'd all be the same. There'd be nothing that could take away that place. When I'm on the road, I guess God only knows when I'll find a resting place, darling, that'll be the day. And do I tell you that I need you, or keep chasing a dream? If I drive on through the night, you're bound to get the best of me. It's damn traveling somewhere in between. Well, darling, I'll be counting down the days when the western winds carries us away. We'll keep driving till we find that better place. 'Cause when I'm on the road, I guess God only knows when I'll find a resting place, darling, that'll be the day. And do I tell you that I need you, or keep chasing a dream? If I drive on through the night, you're bound to get the best of me. Is it am traveling somewhere in between? Is it am traveling somewhere in between? Thank you.
I did this song I wrote for my wife. It's called Grocery Bill. Sounds like a romantic song, I know, but it's really just me asking her to get a job and help me with these dadgum bills. She loves when I tell that story. Would you want to split grocery bill with me? live in a tin can out in the hill country. I'll make the music, honey, if you will paint the scene. How would you want to split the grocery bill with me? I talked to God and he said it'd be alright. Ain't living in sin when the cost of living's high. I'll pay the dues, I'll live on you until the sand and my hourglass is gone and I lose grip of your hand. So would you want to split the grocery bill with me? Live in a tin can out in the hill country. I'll make the music, honey, if you will paint the scene. How would you want to split the grocery bill with me? You're not here and I'm not over there. I daydream of your presence, wonder the length that I could bear. Broke the rule, we made a fool out of ordinary life. I'll save the Sunday paper when it reads you are my wife. So would you want to split the grocery bill with me? Live in a tin can out in the hill country. I'll make the music, honey, if you will paint the scene. How would you want to split the grocery bill with me? I hear a sound, it's forevermore sweet. Child with my Father's name running in bare feet. There'll be tests, we'll do our best, and everything in between. If you help me to a stance, my dear, I'll give you a place to lean. If you help me to a stance, my dear, I'll give you a place to lean. So would you want to split grocery bill with me? Live in a tin can out in the hill country. I'll make the music, honey, if you will paint the scene. How would you want to split the grocery bill with me? How would you want to split the grocery bill with me?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
Could you wait a little longer for me to come around? There's a feeling in my gut, throttle hammer down. It's one more night in Texas, now it's back to Tennessee. This life out on the road sure does take a toll on me. See, I've always been a dreamer, never dreamed I'd fall in love. Sometimes I get to wondering if I'm really good enough. Every time you're looking at me, all my trouble goes away. And you take this old boy's mind, stood it in a better place. Well, the first thing that I'll do, hold you in these arms, I'll let you know with my two eyes how beautiful you are. Then I'll whisper how I missed you. Oh, Every time you're looking at me, all my trouble goes away. And you take this old boy's mind, put it in a better place. See, I've always been a dreamer, never dreamed I'd fall in love. Sometimes I get to wondering if I'm really good enough. Every time you're looking at me, all my trouble goes away. And you take this old boy's mind, put it in a better place. You put it in a better place. You put it in a better place. There's a board and batten house sitting on pier and beam that you built with your two hands like a real pioneer man for my wife and me. And on our wedding night, I carried her up the stairs. As we looked inside, even troubled eyes could see just how much you care. Well, I never said it to you, and you never said it to me. But that four little words on every nailing board, sitting on pier and went to see you for the last time. You were talking about regret. Said you've seen it all, you've done it all, but there's something that you wish you said. Well, Father, I turned out just as rough and tough as you, so I won't say a thing as long as you know that I'm doing too. Well, I never said it to you, and you never said it to me. But that four little words on every nailing board, sitting on pier and you said the Appaloosas bite, the dogwood starts to bloom. I take our grandkids fishing, tell them all about you. Well, I never said it to you, and you never said it to me. But that four little words on every nailing board, sitting on pier and there's a board and batten house, sitting on pier and beam that you built with your two hands like a real pioneer man for my wife and me.
Oh, appreciate it. John and Erica do dance lessons here on Tuesday nights, I think. Is it? Yeah, I really should. That'd be fun.
Black-haired beauty queen on my mind, smooth as a summer breeze, so thoughtful and kind. It's too easy to see that there's everyone else and there's Caroline. There's been other girls come and go, and I have yet to find the right hand to hold. 'Cause it's just too easy to see that there's everyone else and there's Caroline. If there comes a day when the stars align, I'm gonna take that girl and make her mine. 'Cause it's just so easy to see that there's everyone else and there's Caroline. It's just too easy to see that there's everyone else and there's Caroline. Oh, Caroline, my Caroline.
Yeah. Thank you.
If I don't make the coffee in the morning, just hit the button there on the side. I always knew this day was coming, so I primed the coffee pot each night. You can cry for the ones that never found a love so real and true. You can cry for our kids and grandkids' broken hearts. Don't you shed a tear for me and you. I know you don't want to leave our little house, but the kids will want you closer to them. And you can name the squirrels in the next town. Myra Joe, wherever you go, you know I'm always your friend. So you can cry for the ones that never found a love so real and true. You can cry for our kids and grandkids' broken heart. Don't you shed a tear for me and you. things now on your own. Won't do you any good to hear me talk, so don't listen to the voicemail on the phone. One day the man upstairs is gonna give you a call, then we will cry for the one that never found a love so real and true. We will cry for our kids and grandkids' broken heart. We won't shed a tear for me and you. Yeah, we won't shed a tear for me and you. I think it's called Myra Song.
What a lot of my shows look like. There's a fancy little cape there.
Tables and chairs.
Playing
Yeah, Larry got me that.
Pretty fancy.
Get you down, it's the loneliest feeling around. Well, I've been known to use things to hide my pain, but I just can't seem to make it go away. Oh, but tonight I'll try to get out of my head. I'll think about the times I had with you, old friend. When I fall asleep, I'll see you again. Well, it hadn't been so long since you passed away. Reckon I can't help but think that you just might be in a better place. And after all the hell that life threw our way, you know there just wasn't a day and you weren't right there chasing all those demons away. Oh, but tonight I'll try to get out of my head. Think about the times I had with you, old friend. When I fall asleep, I'll see you again.
Are we live already?
Ooh.
Well, if you just got here, my name is Eley Buck Davis. This is the Songwriter Roundup we do here at Wilson Valley Mercantile, first and third Thursdays of every month. And again, we have our guest, Mr. Aaron Lacombe,
Happy to be here.
and his very sweet pup here, May.
Yep.
I wish my dog would do that, but he would be trying to grab somebody's burger or something. Who played last? I already forgot.
I did, which makes it your turn.
Okay, so it's my turn.
If we're keeping track.
Sorry, May, I didn't mean to hit you with the cord.
Be careful, she'll turn on you, man. Any second now.
Yeah, Pig didn't know what to think about her out there. Did you hear him barking? Yeah.
He's probably not used to seeing anything bigger than him.
Probably thought one of the cows were out or something.
In a corner of my eye, there's an old man smoking on a cigarette. He's watching us dance and he's wondering if she hadn't lost some kind of bet. 'Cause I'm rough around the edges, she's smooth as a stone. Somebody like me should be taking her home, but here I'm away with her hair in my face and the sounds that she makes in the morning. She's my beauty, I'm her beat. She bring me love, I bring her peace. She's my beauty, yeah. Ooh, and I'm her beat. In the shadows of the city, there's a danger. In the depths of the ocean, there's a shark. In the hotel in the quarter, haunted by a porter, she wants fierce in the dark. 'Cause I'm always beside her, holding her hand. Till all the vampires, I'm her man. Lay down to rest with her head on my chest, no worldly ambition to stand. She's my beauty, I'm her beat. She bring me love, I bring her peace. She's my beauty, yeah. Ooh, and I'm her beat. My beauty, she don't have to worry about a thing, 'cause she know can't nothing get to her without going through her peace. Now she's my beauty, yeah, and I'm her beat. She my beauty, I'm a beast. She bring me love, I bring up peace. She my beauty, ooh. Her
It's called Beast. Thank you. Does this remind y'all of Troy Stone and I just went blank, and Todd? Yes. What kind of dog is Todd? A what? Sheba. Okay.
Oh wow.
He is funny though, because he will crawl and get in the Troy's guitar case and collect so many tips. I tell Troy, I'm like, I don't think we're making any of these tips. I think just the dog and the
that's
case.
genius.
People come by and pet them and throw a little money in there.
I might have to get a much bigger guitar case, but that's
Yeah.
genius. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's been a long time since I had a real job, I guess, and I have a lot of friends I went to high school with who follow me on Facebook, and they just don't understand me at all. Like, they sell insurance from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and they just don't understand how my life works. And I got to be honest, sometimes I don't either, but I feel fortunate that I don't have to sell insurance Monday through Friday. And I wrote this song. I don't know if it was to explain it to my friends or to explain it to me, what it is I do and why I do it, but it's called Connect the Dots. Got a show in Arizona, it's a 2-day drive. Leave Thursday morning, I didn't make it in time if the Ford is willing and the creek don't rise. There's a couple of friends to see on the way, with space in the yard where the van can stay and the dog can stretch out while I rest my eyes. The road is hard on a heart, but I wasn't built for staying still. There's too much world out there to see, and we were meant for so much more than working and paying bills. The highway's calling me. I leave out of Tucson, headed east, where the food gets better and the roads are the least of my worries this time of year. Up in the mountains in New Mexico, where I left another life behind years ago, we'll have a lot of laughs and a couple of tears. You wonder how I make it work so far from home all the time, in some new town every day. I did my share of working straight jobs, so you can't say I didn't try. I've always been this way. And it's a constant conversation I've been having with myself. Am I leaving too much out here on the road? In every honky-tonkin' hotel I hit along the way, I leave a little bit of my soul. It's a long way from Texas to Michigan. There's a place on the way I swore I'd never play again, but it's $200 for the opening slot. Sell a few t-shirts and sing a few songs. Try to forget they left the ball game on. It's just one big game of connect the dots. The road is hard on a heart, but I wasn't built for staying still. There's too much world out there to see. We were meant for so much more than working and paying bills. The highway's calling me. Thank you.
I love that whole song, but definitely the part about
hits home, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's funny, every now and then Grace will look at my calendar or something. She's like, I thought you said you weren't going to play there again. I was like, well, you know, it is what it is.
You ever play at one of them places where they got the ball game on up here and people are applauding in a weird part of the song? And you're like, man, that line never really hit home quite like that.
Yeah.
And then it turns out Texas Tech made a touchdown or something. Well, I forget what part of the world I'm in sometimes, but...
Yeah, there's nothing like... Of course, I don't do as much traveling as you, but every now and then I'll be somewhere, 6-7 hours away, and I'm going to make the full trek back that night. Don't have anything else in between, so I'm like, I'm just going to go ahead and go home tonight.
That's how I know you're younger than me.
But somebody, in the place will be like, "Oh, I'm so I feel so sorry for you that you have to do that." I'm like, "Don't," I love it,
Yep. I just got paid to play music.
Yeah. Let's see. I'll do my songwriter song here. Stick with the theme.
I like it.
Well, I hit that road like it hit me first. And I blame that town when I should have blamed her. Well, mama said quit drinking, boy, but I just quenched my thirst. And I hit that road like it hit me first. Yeah, I hit that road like it hit me first. I rolled down the window before she lit a smoke, and the flame went out and she never took a toll. Well, maybe she'd be mine by taking it slow, but I rolled down the window before she lit a smoke. Yeah, I rolled down the window before she lit a smoke. I put on these shoes, now I can't get them on. This path that I've chosen, it'll wear us so raw. But I could have settled down with that girl from Arkansas, but I had on these shoes and I couldn't get them off. But when I put on these shoes, now I can't get them off. Well, I can't go back now, no, it's much too late. I can't give it all up, 'cause Grandpa took my word to the grave. Now it's a guitar and a broken heart and one crazy dream. So I ball up my fist, pull my arm back and swing. Then I hit that road like it hit me first. I'm gonna give them my nickel that they said I wasn't worth. Yeah, I miss my home, but mama, ain't you heard? I've been hitting that road like it hit me first. Yeah, I've been hitting the damn road like it hit me first. Till I'm no longer and I leave this earth, I'll be hitting that road like it hit me first. Hey, Highway 59, better put up your dukes. I got a bone to pick and I'm coming for you. Yeah, I got a bone to pick and I'm coming for you. And I hit that road. I hit that road. I hit that road. Like it hit me first. Thank you. I don't think we've told these folks yet how we met, but long story short, my bass player was cheating on me with this fella.
I actually had forgotten about that.
Actually, it was your bass player first. I shouldn't say that. I think he was cheating on you with me.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot to be mad about that. I'm gonna have to.
But he had this little, not a house party, but a house concert set up. It was a really neat thing and had a lot of people there. And I didn't really know that there was going to be another act there. And I don't think you knew that there was going to be another act there. And we just kind of met last minute. But it was a really cool thing, really cool show. It was. I've always dug your songs ever since then. So.
I wanted to hate you, but you're just too good a songwriter. I'm sure I told you this story now that now that you've reminded me about that, but I had a buddy once who was cheating on his girlfriend, and he invited the new girl and the old girl to the bar to like tell them both. Like, this is, you know, you're the old person, I no longer need you. And I'm like, dude, why did you do that? He never had a good explanation for me.
Because there is none.
Maybe that's what Steve was trying to do with us.
Is he still up in Colorado?
Yeah, he is.
Living the dream.
Yep. He's actually driving down. I have a show in Ruidoso, New Mexico in a couple weeks, and he's going to drive down and play it with me.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm especially thankful because the drummer and the guitar player are hired guns, so it's nice to have at least somebody that I've played with before, you know. A place called Jack's Backstage that I've never been before. I lived in Ruidoso for a long time. I used to own a bunch of restaurants there. Oh, did you? What years? Okay. Gotcha. So I moved up there in 2002, I guess. But did you eat at a restaurant called Casablanca? So I eventually bought that restaurant and opened 2 others and then failed spectacularly at everything. And this will actually be my first time going there and getting out of the car. So if you don't ever hear from me again, it's because some guy I owed for linens or some shit shot me. Yep. I mean, it's been like 15 years now or whatever, but yeah. Anyway, speaking of owning restaurants, here's a song about waking up in the middle of the night terrified about things you're worried about. Things are heavier in the dark. They're heavier in the dark. A fleeting thought in the daylight at night might stop your heart. We've all felt the weight upon our chest and we've woken with its mark. Science disagrees, but I believe that things are heavier in the dark. How many times have you woken with your heart up in your throat? A worry you drowned in the daylight has taught itself to float. The waves are getting higher, coming over the sides of your boat. You wake up in the morning light with no idea why your sheets are soaked. These things are heavier in the dark. They're heavier in the dark. A fleeting thought in the daylight at night might stop your heart. We've all felt the weight upon our chests and we've woken with its mark. Science disagrees, but I believe that things are heavier in the dark. Have you laid there beside your lover and never quite felt so alone? Their mind is resting quietly and you can't turn off your own. Their body's still and peaceful as you trade supine for prone. When lonely comes in the nighttime, it's the heaviest thing I've known. These things are heavier in the dark. I swear they're heavier in the dark. A fleeting thought in the daylight at night might stop your heart. We've all felt the weight upon our chest and we've woken with its mark. Science disagrees, but I believe that things are heavier in the dark. Does anything move slower than a clock watched in the night? The minutes each take twice as long as you're waiting for the light. The hands themselves grow heavier, taking longer just for spite. With each lap around, the gears grow more rusted and tight, as things are heavier in the dark. I swear they're heavier in the dark. A fleeting thought in the daylight, at night might stop your heart. We've all felt the weight upon our chest, and we've woken with its mark. Science disagrees, but I believe that things are heavier in the dark. Science disagrees, but I believe that things are heavier in the dark. Thank you.
Reminds me of an idea I've been trying to work on. I've been in the worst writer's block. John's been giving me hell about it. He's like, I've been hearing the same songs for the past year.
You just need some bad stuff to happen to you, man.
Well, I did just have I don't even think I told you that I had a wreck last.
Barry told me, actually.
Barry tells everybody my business. No,
It's the truth. Actually, that's kind of his job if you think about it.
But no, I just anyway been in a writer's block. But no, I had this crazy idea about they kind of train us to be scared of the dark. That way we have to keep paying the light bill, you know.
That's a good one, actually. You shouldn't say that in front of another songwriter.
Anyway, let's see here. This one's for Even. Rambling woman, I've been wondering if I can be old traveling man, be old traveling man. You remember the night when you played my guitar? I can still hear you singing to the ringing of my heart. Rambling woman, hope you don't mind if I stare, but you look just like an angel with those feathers in your hair. Rambling woman, do you reckon that I can be old traveling man, be old traveling man? 'Cause I'll hold you as long as the solar spins around, and I'll hold you on the coldest nights in December, but I'll never hold you down. 'Cause I know firsthand you can't hold a gypsy down. Rambling woman, let's meet down on the coast. Got this foreign pickup running like it has ain't a ghost. Rambling woman, let's meet down on the coast. Yeah, I love many women, but I love you the most. Rambling woman, do you reckon that I can be old traveling man, be old traveling man? 'Cause I'll hold you as long as the solar spins around, and I'll hold you on the coldest nights in December, but I'll never hold it down. 'Cause I know firsthand you can't hold a gypsy down. Rambling woman, let's meet up in Nashville. We can talk about that modern sound of a Lacombe pedal to steel. Rambling woman, let's meet up in Nashville. As long as I got you by my side, I don't need no record deal. Rambling woman, do you reckon that I can be old traveling man, be old traveling man? 'Cause I'll hold you along and the solar spins around, and I'll hold you on the coldest nights in December. gypsy down. Yeah, we know firsthand. You can't hold us gypsies down. Thank you. He was the only one that ever requested that song, so I got to make sure I play it for her.
That's the mark of a good tune, man.
I keep telling her we're gonna work it. We play at Liberty Tree that they come out to. I do my songwriter round there as well, and then we play full band on Fridays, at least once a month. And last month I told her I promise I'm gonna work that one up full band. Well, and of course this month I've been laid up with. This is only my third day without being yoked up and wearing a sling. So that's my excuse. We haven't worked it up full band yet, but we'll get there.
This one is the only song I've ever written with anybody else that I actually play live. And I wrote it with a girl called Eley, who lives up in Nashville. And she comes from country music background, and she's pretty accomplished. So if you're coming in like as the less accomplished songwriter, it's your job to come up with something to write about, you know? You don't want to show up all like empty-handed. So as I'm on my way to meet her, and I thought, well, the first thing I need to find out is, are we going to write a sad song or a happy song? And this line popped in my head. I'll ask her. I told myself I'd ask her if she was light or heavy-hearted that day. But then I started singing that line, and it kind of became the first line of the song. So we wrote this song called Not Okay. And she was nice enough to do it as a duet with me on the new record, and it's out as a single now. And I'm really proud of it. And this is a tune called Not Okay. Get the conversation started. Are you light or heavy-hearted today, my friend? As I was thinking, if you got it, a little light in your back pocket that you can lend, it just might help me start turning the pages of the changes in my heart. But I'm a little down today, and I can't say that I know exactly why. So if you got some love you can send my way, it might put me on the road to being fine. But today not okay, and that's okay. There are times I need reminded it's not me who decided how I feel, and it's never what you planned. Not even the dealer knows his hand before the deal. Life's just a chance you have to take, and I got a little overwhelmed by what's at stake. So I'm a little down today, and I can't say that I know exactly why. So if you got some love you could send my way, it might put me on the road to being fine. But today I'm not okay, and that's okay. Oh, I'm a little down today, and I can't say that I know exactly why. So if you got some love you can send my way, it might put me on the road to being fine. But today I'm not okay, and that's okay. Thank you.
That one's okay. No, I'm just kidding. That was a great song. It reminds me of when I first met my wife. I used to try to hide my bad days because I didn't want to. I've never been the type to want to bleed that over into someone else's, especially if they're having a good day. Why would you want to drag them down, But she was the first one that told me that. She's like, it's okay to have a bad day every now and then. Like, it's okay. You don't have to. And it kind of makes it better when you realize that,
Yeah, get it out of your system, man.
Yeah. Beautiful song. I think I'm a comedian. That's the only reason I said I've been watching a lot of Kill Tony. I don't know if you've seen that. But I think it's a bad influence on me because then I just make sarcastic jokes all the time. And my wife is like, yeah, just keep that with them. You don't have to. Let's see. Called The Painter's Poet. She got paint on her legs, paint on her clothes. Who the hell? Michelangelo. Oh, she too pretty for my kind of poetry. Yes, she's too pretty for my kind of poetry. And then the midnight sun in her mother's country. Son of a gun, I feel kind of funky. Ran out of foreign cash, spin it all on your hash. Running out the hell, we'll get back to a country so young. I'll take what we can, leave them on a note to be sung. Forest are covered by footprints of ghosts. We found each other where the mushroom grows. Oh, she too pretty for my kind of poetry. Yes, she too pretty for my kind of poetry. And then the midnight sun in her mother's country. Son of a gun, I feel kind of funky. Ran out of foreign cash, spin it all on your old hash. Running out the hill, we'll get back to a country so young. I'll take what we can, leave them on a note to be sung. Yeah, she got paint on her legs, paint on her clothes. Who the hell is Michelangelo? Oh, she too pretty for my kind of poetry. Yeah, she too pretty for my kind of poetry. And you had the answer before you were born. Spent your whole life knowing that there is more. Asked once for guidance, then you took on the rein. Found freedom trying, it's worth all the pain. Was it worth all the pain? why you came. I appreciate it.
Very nice.
That's technically the only song I can say I co-wrote with somebody, because I was struggling with that song one day in the camper. And you know about living in a camper, there's only one room really.
Right.
And so I'm in one side of it, my wife is in the other side painting or something, and she heard me struggling, and I can't remember which line it was, but she did help me finish a line. And I was like, you know what, that works, but don't do that anymore, because I'm very selfish.
You're going to have to cut her in half.
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
Write a word, get a third. That's the rules.
I've never heard that. I like that. That's clever.
It's if you're even in the room in Nashville, that's the way it goes.
Yeah. I don't mean to keep talking over your song, but I've actually got a buddy in Nashville. I hope he's not watching this now, but he's a very good networker. He's not the best songwriter in the world. But he's a very good networker, and so he brings the guys together, and he may put one word on there, but he's been on some pretty impressive, I want to name drop or throw any the titles out there, but he's had some stuff on the radio, and I'm like, I know for a fact he didn't put but maybe one word.
Write a word, get a third, baby.
If you're watching this, you know I love you. I gotta give you a hard time.
You could change a if to a the, and that's your third right there.
Yeah,
it's the rules. I wrote this song. I got a new guitar made for me. It wasn't this one, but it feels like when I get a new guitar, a song just kind of hops out of it that first day, and so this jumbo that I got just wanted to play the blues. It seemed like, so I wrote this song, and I thought I was writing it kind of about my tendency to learn things the hard way, but every time I play it, somebody's wife comes up to me and says, "Oh, that song describes my husband perfectly." So I guess it's just about all men. It's called I Earned It. I got people asking me questions about my life. Now that I'm a little older, it seems folks want my advice. But I never paid attention when lessons were being taught. No, my way's a little different. Everything I learned, I bought. My dad said 1,000 times, boy, keep your mouth shut. If you're talking to a bigger man, being right ain't worth getting beat up. Well, I guess I won a couple, but I lost a whole lot more. Those fights I would have never been in if his words I'd not ignored. But I don't learn by listening, I learn by doing it wrong. I've got bruises, bumps, and black eyes to prove I'm coming along. You ask me where I learn the stuff that keeps me moving on. Well, I didn't learn it, man, I earned it. Fool me twice and shame on me, I always heard it said. But some things take more than once or twice to sink into my head. If there's an easy way to get through life, I ain't found it yet. The things I learned by messing up are the ones I don't forget. I don't learn the quickest, but I damn sure to learn it good. For all the pain I caused myself, I feel better than I should. If there's one thing I'm allergic to, I guess it's good advice. 'Cause I don't seem to learn a thing until I pay the price. I don't learn by listening, I learn by doing it wrong. I've got bruises, bumps, and black eyes to prove I'm coming along. You ask me where I learned the stuff, it keeps me moving on. Well, I didn't learn it, man, I earned it. I didn't learn it, man, I earned it. Yeah. Thank you.
What do you want to hear, Jack? Or Eva? Or Mary? Or whoever? What'd you say? Devil's Tale? Okay.
Ooh, I like that one.
Nobody likes a kiss ass Aaron. See, I told you, I gotta quit watching that show.
It's all right. It's a language I'm fluent in.
What's crazy about a show like that is I would have extreme anxiety if I was there and that was happening to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'm not witty enough and quick enough to, you know, and so when I watch that, I'm like, I enjoy it, but I'm like, oh my God, if I was that person, I would cry. You know, like. That's why I never sit up front during comedy shows. Like, even if they're just being nice and, hey, how's your night going? I freak out.
Yeah.
Like, don't look at me. Comedians are smart. I'm very intimidated by smart people. I've heard the sound of the devil's tail dragging on a hardwood floor. And I've heard a ruckus from hellhound scratching in my own back door. And I've heard a woman tell me she don't love me no more. Well, I'd rather hear the devil's tail dragging on the hardwood floor. I should have built down somewhere, West Memphis, Arkansas. Instead I let her drag my heart from Tennessee to Tennessee. And people say you gotta move on, boy, hell, she don't love you no more. Well, I'd rather hear the devil's tail dragging on a hardwood floor. Liquor I bought at the Pontywood store sure put one hurting on me. Not because it was 90 proof, cause it came from Tennessee. So I go down to the bad side of town just to see what else they had in store. Hey, give me that devil's tail dragging on hardwood. Somebody asked me what this song was inspired by. If you ever heard sleep paralysis, that's where this song came from. It's if you don't know what that is, it's basically it's the opposite of people that sleepwalk. If you sleepwalk, you don't have enough paralysis, so you act out your dreams. And if you have too much paralysis, you open your eyes and you're kind of paralyzed in the bed, and you can still see your dreams happening in person, kind of hallucinations. So that's where it came from. And I had this dream that I was in my apartment, and the door opened, and I looked under the window, or under the door frame there, and I could see something dragging by, and it sounded kind of like this. And it was a devil's tail. That's where that came from. And I thought I was possessed by the devil, but the doctor just said I had sleep paralysis, so I'm good to go. I woke up from sleep one night, she was standing out my window. Her brown eyes turned black as coal. Well, I guess I should have known. Well, I danced across the kitchen right through bedroom door, and then I heard that devil cell dragging on the hardwood floor. Yeah, I've heard the sound of the devil's cell dragging on the hardwood floor. And I've heard ruckus from the hellhound scratching at my own back door. And I pull a woman tell me she don't love me no more, and I'd rather hear the devil still dragging on the hardwood floor. Yeah, I'd rather hear the devil still dragging on that hardwood floor. Ah, thank you. Sleep paralysis is apparently hereditary too, and I found out later that my dad actually had it, and I said, "What are yours like? What's the experience like?" He said, "I always have a dream that I'm getting chased by a wild hog, and then he can't move, and he wakes up and he's like stuck, and the hogs run around the room." But yeah, and I was like, "Well, I wish mine was a hog, but mine was, I think, from watching too many scary movies." Yeah, mine's Satan.
Yeah, I'll take the hog any day. Well, May has reminded me to sing a dog song, so.
Would y'all look at this?
So, I've had May. It was 2 months yesterday. I got her. I had a Dane that looked just like her for 10 years, and he passed away on March 1st. And then on the 13th, she showed up at the pound, and they called me and they said, basically, "Do you want your same dog except somehow older?" And so I went and got her. And here we are. She's working out fine. But this is the title track off about 3 records ago. It's called Outside Dog. My friends always used to say, "What you want with that girl anyway? You want someone careful with your heart, and she don't look the part." But I would watch you come and go, and I dream that you might take me home. Late one night you let me in, but by morning I was out again. Why you wanna treat me like an outside dog, when I've been waiting on your porch for so long? Free to roam the yard, me like an outside dog. I could make a getaway and be on the street by break of day. I wonder if you'd even know for the first couple days or so. I could bat the hand that feeds, but a starving man has gotta eat. Days are long and nights are cold, but one day you might throw me a bone. So why you wanna treat me like an outside dog, when I've been waiting on your porch for so long? Free to roam the yard, just outside of your heart. Why you wanna treat me like an outside dog. I don't want more of your sympathy. Don't do nothing for me. Just set me free. I'd rather take my chances on the street with the possibility of somebody loving me. I made peace long ago with a party you have come to know. I know I should up and leave, but there's part of me still believes. If I could only find the words that I could make your cold heart turn, that I don't get my hopes too high, for the kind that keeps a dog outside. So why you wanna treat me like an outside dog when I've been waiting on your porch for so long? Free to roam the yard, just outside of your heart. Why you wanna treat me like an outside dog? Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, it's funny. I grew up with coon dogs and hog dogs and all these working dogs, you know. Mm-hmm. And of course, they always had a pretty good, you know, they had good shade and whatnot. But my brother-in-laws, they still, you know, run coon dogs and everything. And the dogs love it. They, you know, they can't wait to get out there and do their thing. And I would never want to tell them they can't do it. But after having a golden doodle, which I never thought in the world at any point that I would own a golden doodle, but after owning him, I'm like, I could not do it anymore, you know.
That's how they get you, man.
Which I hate, because I love going home, and we run dogs, you know, to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and I love hearing them work and you know, doing what they're bred to do, you know.
And dogs love work, man.
Yeah, but yeah, I couldn't do it to my Mojo. You know? By the way, Mojo is the name of our dog. I'm not talking about my Mojo.
Right.
Which is funny. I don't know if my wife would let me tell this story, but I think she ain't here. It's pretty funny. I think it's when I first met her, we met at the Continental Club down in Austin, and I just had a lot of confidence about me, you know. After meeting her and talking to her, I was like, man, I feel like I got my mojo back. And then when I went to her apartment, she's like, this is my dog Mojo, and I was like, that's bizarre. But
it was meant to be, man.
Yeah. What the hell was I going to play? I keep talking my head off and then forgetting.
That's what I keep this list down here for. So,
dog songs. I'm going to do one for it's a legendary outdoorsman where I'm from. His name was Mr. Ralph Williams. He lived to be like 98 years old, and he had many coon dogs, and he would record. I'm going to put this song on the record, and I'm hoping I can get this recording from his family before we put the record out. But he recorded the hunts. And he would go home and just listen to the dogs after they were already put to bed and everything. And then he would go sit in his recliner and listen to the hunt that he just was on for the past 3 or 4 hours. He loved it that much, you know. That's cool. But anyway, I wrote this one we shared a dog named Josie. I don't think it was ever actually my dog, but he kind of, when I was a kid, he just kind of said that was my dog too, you know. So she would always ride with me on the four-wheeler. Josie was a young mountain cur owned by Mr. Right. When she smelt the scent of a boar cone, she'd open up her mouth. Always determined to bay before the moon bound to the sun. Mr. Ralph would call to her as he loaded up his gun. And he said, oh, talk to him, Josie, don't you let him get away. Stay on that tree, my baby girl, daddy's on his way. He come running through the woods with a 22 and a huckleberry roof for a cane, singing, hey. Talk to him, Josie, don't you let him get away. He had a column in Full Crime magazine and a trophy up on the heart, where Josie won a competition for having the truest bar. She was his prime possession, can't believe it, let me take her home. Somehow Mr. Rao knew that he didn't have her long. And he said, oh, talk to him, Josie, don't you let him get away. Stay on that tree line, baby girl, daddy's on his way. He come running through the woods with a 22 and a huckleberry roof for a cane, singing, hey. Talk to him, Josie, don't you let him get away. Well, I took old Josie for a hunt one night. She was quick to find the track. Well, she must have run 100 miles away when the Harry's on my back. Now when I go across the river down to the bunny woods, it was the sound of that old man yelling the best he could. And he said, oh, cane, singing, hey. Talk to him, Josie, don't you let him get away. And he said, oh, talk to him, Josie, don't you let him get away. Hey, the main thing I wanted to get across with that song is the different oohs and ahs or whatever those old men had to call in their dogs. You know, I always thought that was interesting, and there's a lot of people in other parts of the country that probably never heard that, you know, but every old man had their own call, and the strangest one was my father's. His is yep, 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 and he was doing that one night, and someone called the law, and they thought somebody was yelling, help, 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 but he was just calling his dog.
I'm going to play you my mom's least favorite song that I've ever written. I think it's her least favorite because she doesn't really know what a statute of limitations is. It's kind of about growing up in the late 70s and 80s, and you know, the ways that child rearing was done back then were a little different from today. You know, if you've ever seen again, I'm used to talking to younger folks.
I was going to say, I didn't know you were that old. Shit.
I am. But if you ever seen like a child's car seat from the late 70s, you know, it's made of like metal tubes and screws, and it's got a couple of those stadium cushions strapped to it back before they had Velcro, you know. And yeah, that kind of gives you a good idea of. But I grew up outside of Detroit, Michigan. My parents both worked a lot. I was what you called a latchkey kid, which I think is illegal now, but it just means you get home from school and ain't nobody there. But every word of this song is true. My mom disagrees with me on some of it, but I swear it's the truth. It's called All Wrong. In a suburb of a city, certainly had known better days. The factories no more made those Chevrolets and Fords. They shipped those jobs a million miles away. But out here where the street lights were all working, both my mom and dad were working too. We didn't have it all, but I now shudder to recall the things I took for granted before I knew. I'd get home from school about 2:30 and have until about 6 all on my own. Mom would get home first and pull a few bucks from her purse and send me for a 6-pack with a note. I'd set out on my bike without a helmet and never wonder if I'd make it home. I never did get hit on that old rusted piece of shit, dodging cars to cross the busy road. 'Cause no one thought of dying in the 80s. No one paid us kids much mind at all. We'd roam the time away, check in twice a day, and come home when we heard our mother call. The rules were so much different in the 80s. We just did our best to get along. We weren't trying to be rebellious. There just wasn't anyone to tell us that we were doing it all wrong. I remember riding in the backseat. We loaded in for ice cream Friday night. My dad took the turn, and I just rolled out on the curb. They stopped to let me catch up at the light. The summer I turned 6 years old was special. I learned to drive a car when school was out. Mom would read the map, and I'd sit on my father's lap, waving to the cops along the route. 'Cause no one thought of dying in the 80s. No one paid us kids much mind at all. We'd roam the time away, check in twice a day, come home when we heard our mother call. The rules are so much different in the 80s. We just did our best to get along, and we weren't trying to be rebellious. There just wasn't anyone to tell us that we were doing it all wrong. Well, times have changed in 1,000 different ways since we were playing in the yard, fireflies and mason jars. On the roof looking at stars, we all felt safe. I'd give everything I've learned since then to go back to those days when no one thought of dying in the 80s. No one paid us kids much mind at all. We'd roam the time away, check in twice a day, come home when we heard our mother call. The rules are so much different in the 80s. We just did our best to get along. We weren't trying to be rebellious. There just wasn't anyone to tell us that we were doing it all wrong. Thank you. I swear to God, every word of that's true. And when I fell out of that car, I didn't get like, "Oh, honey, are you okay?" I got, "Get in this damn car right now."
Before someone sees it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's funny. A lot of folks wouldn't think that I would relate to that at all, you know, because I was born in 92. But yeah, 92. But my parents were raising kids in the 70s. My parents are much older. That was kind of a mistake, or not a mistake, an afterthought.
An afterthought.
Yeah, an afterthought. But anyway, so they were raising kids in the 70s, and then 20 years later decided to have me. And I don't think it was a decision; it would just happen. But anyway, I don't think their methods of raising kids really they didn't
They
get with
didn't update.
Yeah, they didn't update. They didn't get with the time. So I remember riding in the back of a Jeep Cherokee, like in the very back, not in the seat, but in the where you put your luggage and stuff, sleeping back there all the way from Beckville, Texas to Galveston, Texas, which is about a 4.5 hour drive,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, there's no way you can get away with that today.
I hate that you were born when I was graduating high school.
Well, I got an old soul, I guess. So that's why we get along.
I guess so. Yeah.
I don't get along with too many folks my age, so
Yeah.
they're all out there keeping up with the Joneses and whatnot, Let's see. I'll do one for my folks. Kind of love like that. If you ask him how he's doing, he'll say just well. He got a woman to love on, he gets his water from a well. He got a little piece of land and a dog that will hunt. And the game of 42 is all he needed for fun. And he'll drink a little whiskey on a cold winter night, but he never done mama wrong. Sweet mama, she always done right. Well, now people say the love it just don't exist, just as they don't know what it is. It's daddy hauling pulpwood while mama ran the winch, doing what they had to when they were in pinch. But we couldn't tell it by the way they would smile. There's kids in the backyard acting crazy and running wild. Yeah. With the love like that, you can drive walk through the gates of heaven, never look back. Yeah. With love like well, now daddy is an old man, but he still gets along. Keeps a pen and a paper in his hand, writing mama a pretty song. You can walk through the gates of heaven, never look back. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I was just thinking, since my sisters were much older, they already had kids, and I was only a couple of years older than my nieces and nephews. And so now my wife is only like a year older than my niece or something, and so it's kind of funny because my niece is, almost 30, and she's like texting my wife on her birthday, say, "Happy birthday, Aunt Gracie."
That's crazy. But it happens. You ever heard that Willie Nelson song, "I'm My Own Grandpa"? He didn't write it, but he does a version of it. It's great. Many, many years ago when I was 23, my father had a widow that was pretty as could be. Anyways, he's his own grandpa. It's a great song.
I don't think I've heard that one.
You got to look it up. It's good stuff. So this is going to be it for us, huh? It's coming on 9 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. You can close this out.
All right. Well, I'm going to finish a song, or I'm going to play you a song that's probably my least favorite song I've ever written, but as when you're a songwriter, you hope that somebody picks up one of these songs that you've like poured your guts into and puts it on the radio and makes it famous. But what more often happens is some stupid song that you wrote off the cuff gets recognized by some corporate entity that they can make money off of, and that's what happened with this song. If you've ever been out in West Texas or New Mexico, you've probably seen a convenience store called Allsup's. And if you have questionable judgment late at night, you may have gone in there and bought one of their burritos or their chimichangas. Well, I was on the road one day, a little bit sleep deprived, and I pulled off and I slept in my van in the parking lot of an Allsup's on the Texas border. And I woke up in the morning to the smell of those burritos coming in to the van, and it inspired me to write this song about, my college years eating those things, and after Taco Bell was closed, and signed a contract a couple days ago. Allsup's is going to sponsor all my diesel fuel for touring this summer and fall, and they're going to use it in their national ad campaign. Hell yeah. So it'll be the first little bit of money I've really ever gotten off a song, and it's the stupidest song I've ever written. Here it goes. Way back in my college years, we'd stop in for a case of beers, a couple of burritos, and some gas. We never thought too much about the stuff we put into our mouths and whether it was good for us or bad. Nighttime come, we'd hit the bars or sit out underneath the stars, drink until the whole town called it quits. We finally made our way back home. That open sign was always on, and about the only thing we'd ever get was that Allsup's burrito. You wouldn't cross my mind if I was sober. The night's almost over. Oh, Allsup's burrito. I'm never thinking clearly when I eat you. I'm not proud to need you, but you're lukewarm and ready to go, and nobody needs to know that I'm taking you home. Well, even as I'm singing this, to tell the truth, I kinda miss the way that smell would hit you at the door. You'd go in for a minute's time, a bag of chips and a couple limes, and it'd soak into whatever clothes you wore. One time in the summer heat, I left one in my truck a week, and I bet my buddy Matt he wouldn't need it. He looked a little green at first, later got a whole lot worse. He lived to tell, but never did repeat it. With that all-subs burrito, it wouldn't cross my mind if I was sober. The night's almost over. Oh, all-subs burrito, I'm never thinking clearly when I eat you. I'm not proud to need you. You're lukewarm and ready to go, and nobody needs to know. I'm taking you home. Here's the only part they can really use. This is going to be in the commercial. We're all a little older now, and you won't catch us running around the way we used to do when we were young. But when I'm driving late at night, I love to see that all-subs sign. I'll pull in off the road and get me one. I've always got to go and get me one. Those all-subs burritos, you wouldn't cross my mind if I was sober. And that's almost over. Oh, all-subs burrito, I'm never thinking clearly when I eat you. I'm not proud to need you, but you're lukewarm and ready to go, and nobody needs to know that I'm taking you home.
Aaron Lacombe, everybody.
Thank you very much. The all-subs burrito song.
Aaron, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, man. This has been a pleasure.
So my name's Eley Buck Davis. This is the Songwriter Roundup we do here first and third Thursdays every month at Wilson Valley Mercantile. Second and fourth Thursdays, they have an open mic. And if they have a fifth Thursday, they might do like a movie night or something like that. Every Friday and Saturday, they have live music, sometimes a band. So come back and check them out. Thank you all so much.